Hey, I'm Noodle Yeti, and this video is a little bit out of the ordinary than what I normally do. City Skylines has just recently announced City Skylines 2, and I felt it was appropriate for me to do something a little bit different considering I played City Skylines 1. So yeah, I actually just want to kind of do a reaction to this trailer a little bit, and then at the end give some thoughts on what I'd like to see changed. Some things that weren't touched on in this. I mean, after all, it is only the announcement trailer. It's not anything beyond that. And I'm just really excited for this second one. So let's go ahead and watch the video. I mean, to start off, this just looks really cool. I like the idea of the plant growing out from the ground.
It's time to start from the beginning.
And that line right there,
Yet evolve into something new.
into that line, like to start from the beginning and evolve into something new. It's like it feels like to me they're trying to say that they're reimagining City Skylines 1 and that they're trying to turn it into something that's similar but brand new and better. And that just has me so excited because there's so many questions I have, like, oh, if it's going to be the same thing but better, and or not same thing but something similar but better, what's it going to be like? What kind of functionality? How's it going to look? Or how, like, just how many more functions is the game going to have now? Or not more functions, I should say, but how are the core functions of the game going to function better? I think that's a better way to say it, is how are the core functions of the game going to function better? So here you can see like this building being constructed, and that to me is really cool. And it's a common theme I'm noticing throughout this entire video. And I'm not gonna say anything yet, but we'll just keep playing. And that roundabout, to me, this roundabout looks really cool. I like this roundabout a lot.
City has a story.
And the idea that there's people parking on the curbs or on the sidewalks, that's also really cool. And the fact that this building over here, I don't know if you noticed, but if we go back here a little bit, you could see all the graffiti on this building. So the idea that we can now have more immersion into our city with low-income areas or even abandoned areas is just really cool. I mean, I think this isn't actually telling us that's possible. Those might just be custom assets or something, or just, I don't know. But it gives me hope, or maybe not hope, but it gives me the impression that there might be something like that in this game, where now we'll have those kind of things going on.
Envision a world created by you.
And I'd like to point that out right here. I'm pausing it. You could see the building being constructed in the reflection right there. Yet again, another example of construction going on. Another thing I want to point out is the camera angles that they're choosing. I understand that, like, just because they put these camera angles and where the cameras are in this game does not mean that we'll be able to do that. I don't think we will. But however, I really hope that we get more camera opportunities, more camera options. Just to, I don't know. I just really hope that we get more camera opportunities.
Your chance to shape the future.
These seasons, that is something really cool.
Create and inspire.
And this right here, okay, like the changing seasons, and while the seasons are changing, you see the buildings being built in the background. That's so cool. I mean, I don't think that building construction is going to take that long in this game. I think that would just make the game unplayable if it actually took you like 3 or 4 seasons to complete the construction of a building. Well, I don't want to say unplayable, but I would say it would be quite frustrating to the player base if that was true. But I think it would be a really cool idea to, or this is what gives me the impression that there might actually be construction times in game now, where you put down the building or something, and it's not just instantly there, or you zone it in and it's not just there within a couple days, because you see the little scaffolding go up, it goes down, there's a building there. I hope that there's actual like longer construction times in this game. And all of this construction we're seeing gives me that impression.
Expand.
And then yet
way
again
up
right here, more
high,
construction.
and bring life to your creations. New worlds to explore and pursue.
More construction. Now, I'd also like to point out that this airplane here, they've showed us harbors and airplanes. And I think there's a little bit more to it than just showing, hey, we're going to have this in the base game. I think it's going to be something, kind of a key point to it or something. Something where there's a lot more functionality than just, oh, when you reach like 34,000 people, you can place down a cargo harbor. It's going to be something a little more new, or not, something that has a little bit more detail and mechanics behind it. And I'm kind of excited for it. And at least that's what the impression I get from seeing all these airports and harbors in this trailer. Yet again, more construction. More construction in the reflection.
Here, you are the visionary.
Yep, more right there.
You are the creator.
I hope I'm the creator, and I hope I make cities. It's a city builder. But yeah, so that's the impression I got from that, and here's some of my thoughts on what I would like to see in this one. I would like more info views, absolutely. I think there's not enough information, and one of the examples I can give of that is being able to see the job breakdown of your entire city or in a given district. The only ones you can see the breakdown of what the education requirements are is your industries DLC areas. But I want to be able to see that for the whole city or even for a specific district. Like if you paint a district over an industry area or a commercial area, it'll tell you how many jobs are there, but it doesn't tell you any more information besides the number of jobs. So that's one of the examples of what I mean by I want more info views. There's just so much more information in each city that I want to be able to know, that I think would help me get better and plan better cities if I was able to see that information. The next thing would be to choose things like the economic style, or if capital, or things like capitalism or communism and all the other colors in between. And some of the things, what I mean by that is being able to control your importing and exporting, or even not control your importing and exporting. Like if you were completely capitalistic and you just want the businesses to have free reign of where they pull their goods from or whatever, let them do that. Or if you want to be more controlling, authoritarian or something, and you say, no, you can only pull from within our city, or from that city over there, or from that district over there, to have the freedom to do those things. And same with taxes. Like, for instance, in the current game, we could put down all these hospitals, we could put down all these public gyms and things like that, and we're the ones who pay for it, is the city, not the people. So I feel like if we're doing things like that where the people, if we're putting things down like that where we're the ones paying for it, we should be able to raise taxes even higher to account for that. Like, it should be okay for us to have 30% taxes on our citizens, or even have tax brackets for our citizens, if we're providing all of these great amenities such as free public transportation, free public healthcare, free public gyms, free public saunas, free, whatever, free education, because it's all things that we as the city are paying for. But if I would like to see the ability to also choose to not have to pay for it and make the people themselves pay for it. Very capitalistic, where now the hospital is a business and you as the citizen have to pay to get healthcare, or same with garbage collection where the citizens have to pay for it. I know here in Southern California, there's some areas that are called, like, we call them unincorporated cities, and the people there have to band together to get things done, like having the street fixed or having their trash get collected, things like that. They have to band together and pay for local services. And I think having things like that would be really neat. The next one would be more options without roads. In this note here, I have an example of the Tom Scott video that was published a few days ago about some homes in New Zealand that are farther away from the road because they're on hills and they need cable cars to get to them. Now, I'm not saying we need to have homes on hills with cable cars, but I'm saying it would be nice to be able to put buildings away from roads and still have them function. We can do things like that with mods and whatnot, but I feel like it should be a base game option for people like me who sometimes want to play without mods. Last opinion on here is I'm actually okay with paying for DLC again. So like at the beginning when it said starting from the basics and then making it new, I'm completely okay with that. That to me sounds like they're just going to be base game City Skylines, but they're going to be revamping it to something brand new and modern that's now 8 years older. And my goodness, that guy keeps entering World of Warcraft. But I'm actually completely okay with that, and I think that's great. I think I looked at the price of City Skylines 1 with all of its mods, or not mods, all of its DLCs that weren't radios, and it was something around like the mid 200s. And I absolutely think the game's actually worth that much, if I'm being honest with you. And if they release this one for $60, and then slowly over time they keep releasing DLC, I'd be absolutely perfectly fine with that, even if it was the exact same DLCs, except revamped, reworked to the same extent as this game. I understand. I saw some other people commenting that were saying that this one needs to have all the DLC from City Skylines 1 implemented, and I just don't think that would be good for the game. I don't think that would be healthy or good. Actually, no, I can't even defend my argument for that. I think if they chose to do that, that would actually be perfectly fine. However, I'm just going to state that I am okay with paying for the DLC again. So even if they don't decide to include it, sure. But I think the game would probably be a lot more expensive if they included all of that DLC upfront with the base game. We'd probably be going for like $100-something game. And I think there would be a lot less people willing to buy this game if all of that DLC was included. So I think that's why I'm okay with paying for the DLC again, have a cheaper base game, get more people playing, and then as time goes on, letting them invest more into the game to further expand on their cities and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really hyped for City Skylines 2. Just a few things I want to see. Doesn't matter if they're in there or not, I'm still going to buy it and play it and probably really going to enjoy it. Yeah, if you didn't like any of my opinions, then be sure to dislike the video, leave a nasty comment for me to read, and thank you for watching. I do appreciate your viewership, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye-bye.